Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How you guys doing, my YouTube homies? Hopefully you're doing as good as I am. I hope that in January you made some serious progress toward your nail tech goals or any other goals that you have for 2017, because I sure did, guys. I am on it and I'm ready to keep pushing in February. So this video here today is about nail drills for beginners. Are you a beginner? Did you just buy a drill? Maybe you've had your drill but you're still trying to figure out how to work it. Or if you are kind of confident with your drill, you still might be able to get a pointer or two from this video. So let's get right into it. I want to say first, give a quick disclaimer. I am just giving some pointers on how to use your drill, what worked for me. If there's any injury as a result, whether on you or someone else, don't come for me. I am not liable. Okay? So let's just get right into the video. Now, let me first say that if you have not learned how to hand file, I would suggest that you do that first before you attempt to learn the drill. And let me just say, the correct name is electronic file. E-file for short, but for this video I'm just going to say drill because it's easier. So yeah, if you have not learned how to hand file, I would suggest you learn how to do that first, and I do have a video for that, and it will be in the description box, or you can go ahead and click the I if you are on a laptop, and you can watch it right after this video or what have you. But yes, that's my suggestion. It will help you be mindful of what you're doing when you're using the drill, and you're not just going all over the place without any type of strategy. So yeah, that's the first thing. You guys, you don't need to be afraid of the drill. You know, if you're nervous about it, it's no need to be. You need to be cautious. You need to be careful, but it's nothing to be like just, oh, you know what I'm saying? Drills don't damage people's nails. You have nail techs who don't know how to use drills properly. That's what damaged people's nails. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. You can learn how to use the drill confidently. You will need a lot of practice on yourself before you start doing other people. But you can definitely go ahead and do it, because I taught myself, and there's a lot of nail techs that have taught themselves how to use it. The main thing is watching your pressure and your speed, which I'll get into in more detail when I do a demonstration. But yeah, so let me just go ahead and say this. I said it before. Your drill is not for you to shape nails, okay? Your drill is a refinement tool, and the definition of refinement is to improve upon. So, in this case, your drill is to help you to improve upon the shape of your acrylic nails. So you actually shape your acrylic nails with the liquid and the powder and your brush. That's where you shape your acrylic nails. And then your drill comes along and just refines the shape, improves the shape, you know. So I just don't want you to get in the habit of thinking, okay, you could just slap that acrylic on any kind of way and then you could just fix it with the drill. No. You want to lay it as neatly and as perfectly as you can. In the beginning, that's not going to happen. That's a goal to get to be able to lay that acrylic so neat and, you know, almost perfect to where you just hitting that drill here and there and getting done with it. Okay? But in the beginning, you will do a lot of drilling to try to get your nails to look right. So don't be discouraged though. Even in that, you will be learning. Okay? So if you are drilling, you know, filing with the drill, and you notice that your nails are thick all the time, then that's a clue to say, you know, when you're laying the acrylic, to use less powder. If your acrylic nails are lumpy, that means you're not smoothing and patting enough when you are laying the acrylic. So as you are using your e-file, it's going to give you pointers. It's going to give you areas of your acrylic application that you need to focus on when you're laying the acrylic. And I would suggest having a piece of paper and a pen by you, and just jot down little notes to yourself about your application, so that when you're laying the acrylic, you can remind yourself, okay, I need to go ahead and make sure I'm patting and smoothing the acrylic. This is how you learn. This is how you learn. Okay, so yeah, I love my drill. I think it's a great tool, and you will definitely, it will definitely save you time, because filing is boring. I don't like it. Clients don't like it. They be ready to go after you put the acrylic on them. So let's go ahead and use whatever we can to speed up the process. Now, there are some techs that don't use a drill. You may find that after you working with the drill, you don't like it and you want to go to hand filing. That's definitely your option. I primarily use the file, and then the drill, and then I do use the hand file. But it's whatever works for you. So enough talking, let's get to it. Okay, so to start, I just want to show you the sanding band that I suggest beginners start off with. They come in fine, medium, or coarse. This is a medium. When you're just starting off, medium is all that you would need. Coarse is just too rough. And then you just slide them onto the mandrel that comes with your drill. And you can definitely get these from Amazon. I started off with the sanding band, and now I use the carbide bit. It's rougher and definitely takes down the acrylic faster, but when you're just starting off, this is a good way to go. And you really can't do too much damage, since it's not as coarse as a carbide bit. Okay, so now I just want to give you a look at my drill. A lot of you guys bought this drill and like it. Told you would, but if you haven't yet bought a drill, one thing that I would suggest that you get is a drill that has a forward and a reverse on it, which is very important. If you're right-handed, you would use the drill forward. If you're left-handed, you would use the drill in reverse. And that's important to have this option, because this will turn the drill bit in the right direction to cause friction, so that the acrylic will be removed from the nail. So this is a good feature to have on your drill. Also, I would suggest that you get a drill that you can adjust the speed on, rather than to have just two settings, high or low. That's important. I feel that you should have. This is a good drill. So if you haven't seen the video, you can just check it out. But I wanted to go ahead and show you the drill that I'm working with. So this is a picture of just what we're going for when we're drilling using the nail drill. Now, again, as I said, you should have already shaped your acrylic nail to where it's look like it's growing out of the skin. You have your high part, which is a result of your second ball. Then it tapers towards your free edge. This is, the anatomy that we were taught in school of how your nail should look, and it makes it look anatomically correct as far as how a nail grows. And that's what we're striving for when we are shaping. We want to keep this shape going as we use our nail file. Now, let me see here. Let's now talk about actually using the drill. Okay, so one thing you want to remember is pressure and heat. You want to make sure that you are not applying too much pressure, pressing down on the nail as you are shaping it, because that will cause heat, and heat is will burn your client. So it's basically pressure causes heat, heat causes friction, and friction means you're burning your client, which is what we never want to do. So to avoid that, you always want to make sure that you are working at a speed that you can control, and you are applying light pressure. Allow your drill bit to do the work. Okay, now look at the hand position of how I have it. This is how I like to hold the drill when I'm working it. You know, you have to find a good hand position. Some people like to go like this, have their over grip like this, and then work. Find the position that works well for you. And then you can use your pinky to stabilize you so that you have a firm foundation. You definitely don't want to go too fast, because if you see that your drill is going like that, that means wrapping around the finger, that means your speed is too fast, and you need to go ahead and adjust that speed to where you have control of it all the time. Okay, so this is blue acrylic that I made kind of wonky for demonstration purposes. So I go ahead and demonstrate how to shape this nails. This is probably, if you're just brand new to nails, this is generally, you know, what you'll probably start off working with until you get your acrylic application down pat. Okay. Okay, so if you watch the hand filing video, you'll be familiar with these steps. These are the 6 areas of the nail that you want to make sure that you're hitting when you are using your hand file, and it goes the same when you are using your drill. So, quick demonstration for review. Number 1, you want to go ahead and do your sidewalls, which is to straighten them out, holding the file like this, and just making those sidewalls parallel and totally straight. You're going to hold your file straight so you can make the sidewall straight. That's 2. Okay. Now, you can do these steps in any way that's comfortable for you. But for this video, I'm going to go down the middle of the nail. I'm going to go down the right side of the nail. I'm going to go down the left side of the nail. I'm going to do the free edge, and then lastly, I'm going to do the cuticle. These are the areas that you must hit all the time. Okay? Now, some people like to do their filing in a U, going around in a U. Okay? I prefer going down, you know, going from left to the middle to the right. Then I do my free edge area, and then I do my cuticle. Again, doesn't matter what order you do them in, long as you hit all areas of the nail. Okay, so as you're doing it, you want to make sure that you're looking at all areas of this nail. Okay, you want to look down the barrel of it, see how you're shaping. You want to look at the side of it, and then of course we want to look at that client's view. These are the areas that you want to look at when you're doing your filing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start and just file. Light pressure, guys. This is actually on a very low speed. It's like 1 line of speed on this drill. Okay, so here I go. I'm keeping my shape in mind that I want to achieve. Okay, now as you can see, this nail isn't shaped very well. Okay, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to just do the filing steps. So I've already straightened the sidewalls. Now I'm going to go ahead and take down the left side. Okay, I have the drill, since I'm right-handed, I have it going in the forward position, and you can tell it's working because you can see the dust. That's always a good indication. Now, I like to go in a downward motion, and as you're going, guys, with your drill, run your finger over it and just see how you're progressing. Okay, now this is blue acrylic, and you just, now I'm going toward the middle, now I'm going toward the side. Don't be afraid to turn your client's nail your nail when you're practicing on yourself to get the best. Sorry, I got out of frame. To get the best position so that you can adequately drill the nail. Okay? And that's all you're going to do. You're just going to keep until this nail starts to take that shape, which as you can see, it is starting to take the shape. You know, get to be a better shape than what it was. You know, then you see, this is what I'm talking about. As you're filing and learning, you can see, okay, this is actually looking kind of flat here, right here. So that tells you when you are doing your acrylic, you need to make sure that you are adding enough acrylic to have that curve. It's kind of flat here too, okay? But for right now, we're just trying to get this nail in the best, to get it as close as the shape as possible. Remember, you are never going to just lay this drill like this on that nail. You are always going to keep your drill moving, because if you don't, you are going to burn yourself. You're going to burn that client. And that's the main thing. Light pressure. See how it's wrapped like that? I'm adjusting my speed now, because obviously that's too fast. It should not be wrapping like that. Full control all the time. Okay? Now, I will go ahead and change up. Now, I don't stay on just one part all the time. And you don't either. You don't have to either. Now I'm shaping that free edge. Okay, I done did the middle enough. Now I'm doing the free edge. Just going from side to side on the nail so that I can go ahead. You should trying to get that free edge to thin down. This is already a thin nail, but to get it to be smooth and even. And don't be afraid to rub your hand over the nail just to check your progress as you're doing this. And then you can just go back to how you were before. You know, it's really not a steady step 1, step 2, step 3. You're going by how the nail is shaping up as to what areas you need to hit. Okay? Okay, you can still see across the front of it. It's still wonky. Again, you're looking down the barrel of the nail. See, it's coming along. And this is what you want to do, guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the cuticle. You want to be very, very careful when you are doing the cuticle part of the nail. You're just lightly tapping it. And again, one of the things you're going to strive to do is get your cuticle ball so perfect that you will not even need to touch it with the drill. You know, that's where a lot of the injuries, the nicks come in at, is when you are at that cuticle and, you know, it's really easy just to go ahead and slip and nick your client when you're in that cuticle area. Okay? And you don't want to do that. Look how the drill is angled. It's at a 45-degree angle. Okay? Just like this, I have my finger stabilized, especially around the cuticle, and I'm turning the nail as I go around. I'm turning it. Turning it. Okay, so the nail is definitely shaping up, and you will just keep going over the areas, guys, until you have a smoothed out nail that is looking like that. Okay, so here's my progress with that nail. Has come a long way, as you can see from the side view. You can see that shape is starting to take place that we want. Look down the barrel of the nail. You can see, and then you can look on the other side of the nail as well, and can just observe. It's still not perfect. As you can see the lumps on here. Guys, don't be afraid to put a dab of water or oil on the nail when you are working to see your progress. I personally like putting oil on the nail, because you have to put oil on the nail anyway. That's your last step of the acrylic process, so it's on there. And anyway, when you put the oil rather than the water, the oil stays on there, the water evaporates. You'll be able to see when you move your nail really clearly where the lumps and bumps are. You see the light there, that spot? The light should evenly move across the nail. If the line of light bends in any kind of way, see it's bending right there, that lets you know that there is still more filing to be done. There shouldn't be a crease in that line of light. Okay, it should just move freely across the nail. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a little bit more and come back and show you. Okay, so we've made more progress, and I didn't tell you guys, but this was just blue acrylic on top of clear acrylic, so it would show up on the camera. So as I got the drilling, I'm getting to the clear acrylic, but it's okay. You can still understand what I'm saying. Now you see where the line of light is? It still has a crease in it, so I'm still filing. It should fall evenly on the nail. See how I just took that line of light out? That bend, that crease out? See now how the light is moving, now moving more across the nail? This is what you want. And clean it off. And I'm going to go ahead and put more oil, just a dab, just to see my progress. And as you can see now, pretty much the light is going all across the nail. See, there's no bend on it. Okay, a few more spots. And what I like to do is I will go ahead and use my buffer and get it really smooth down. And as you can see, this nail has come a long way, guys, a long way. Okay, this would take forever to do with the file, hand file, as for me. Okay, the way that nail was jacked up from the beginning. So you're looking down the barrel of the nail. Gonna go ahead and turn from my client's view. I'm actually gonna take this nail off because it's just easier to see. See this right here, from this view you really can see where there are still some areas. You see right here I can take down, because the sides of the nail should be tapered, no ridges over there. Okay, so as you work with your drill, you will get more efficient as you first become really aware of the areas of the nail that you have to hit. And that's all you're doing, guys. You're going back, you are going back and forth. You're not going to stay in one area, because as you do one area, then you want to do a balanced filing of your nail. You don't want to stay, just like you don't want to stay on one spot. You want to keep the drill moving. You also want to bounce, between your left, right, middle, and your free edge mainly. The cuticle work, yeah, you can pretty much do that last and stay there and get that perfected, because you don't want to over drill on the cuticle area, because that's what causes dents in the nail. If you've seen girls, or even yourself, if you've gotten your nails done, sometimes you'll see dents and lines in the nail. That comes from putting too much pressure, too much speed when the cuticle is being blended. Cuticle ball is being blended, and we don't want that. We don't want any nail damage. Okay, so remember, light pressure, slow speed, keep that drill moving, and you follow these areas of the nail, and you keep practicing, and you will definitely go ahead and become very efficient with the drill. Okay, so that's the nail from the top, from the side, from the top. It's pretty smooth. Don't be afraid to feel your work. Like right over here, I feel lumps. You know, with the oil, you can definitely see the line of light. And just touch and feel. And go from there. You just don't want to overfoul. Stop, pause, check your work, and go from there. Okay? Hope this video was helpful to you guys. If so, please like. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. And if you have yet to become a part of the family, please do. We're growing quite nicely. And until next time, guys, take care.